The FBI's top 10 list isn't just a ranking, it's a record of the world's most dangerous minds. These are people who built criminal empires, destabilized governments, and challenged the law on a global scale. The list constantly changes. Some are caught, others vanish, new names rise. In this video, we'll look at the latest lineup, who they are, why the FBI is after them, and what makes their stories unforgettable. Stay until the end. Number 1 is so cunning that his case is still analyzed by intelligence agencies worldwide. Number 10, Vitel'homme Innocent, the warlord of Haiti. Reward, up to $2 million. His smile looks kind. His last name means innocent, but he's one of Haiti's most feared gang leaders. In a country where the government has collapsed, gangs rule every street. Innocent commands one of them. In October 2021, his men kidnapped 17 Christian missionaries, including 5 children. They demanded $1 million ransom and threatened to kill all if unpaid. 2 months later, an anonymous donor saved them, but Innocent's name became global. After Haiti's president was assassinated, his gang grew stronger, kidnapping more Americans. One woman was killed, her husband freed after ransom. By November 2023, Innocent entered the FBI's top 10. Incredibly, months earlier, he gave a CNN interview from his golden mansion saying, "I'm not perfect, but gangs run Haiti better than corrupt officials." Everyone knows where he is. The $2 million reward is for those brave enough to take him down, not just find him. Number 9, Ruja Ignatova, the crypto queen who vanished. Reward, up to $5 million. Born in Bulgaria, raised in Germany, Ruja earned a PhD in law and worked in elite finance before launching the fake cryptocurrency OneCoin in 2014. She promised easy riches, rented Wembley Stadium, bought a fake Forbes cover, and fooled millions of investors. But OneCoin had no blockchain. All numbers were fabricated. In 2017, her platform shut down. Days later, Ruja disappeared after a flight to Greece. Her partners were jailed. Sebastian Greenwood got 20 years. Her brother Constantine 9. Ruja's profit $5 to $20 billion. Some say she lives under a new identity. Others believe she was killed by a Bulgarian crime boss. Either way, she remains the world's most wanted financial criminal, the woman who sold the world a digital illusion. Number 8, Wilver Villegas-Palomino, Carlos El Puerco, the rebel funded by cocaine. Reward, up to $5 million. Palomino is one of the main commanders of Colombia's National Liberation Army, ELN, a Marxist guerrilla group at war with the state since 1964. Officially, they have about 5,000 fighters, but their true power comes from drug trafficking. For decades, the ELN has funded its revolution by producing and smuggling cocaine. According to U.S. agencies, a major portion of cocaine entering the United States comes from labs controlled by the ELN. Palomino manages the financial and logistics side, organizing production, bribes, and weapons flow. His group maintains control over regions where the Colombian government has little reach. Why is he on the list? Because he blurs the line between terrorism and cartel business, fighting the state under revolutionary slogans while fueling a multi-billion-dollar drug empire. His arrest would cut off both the funding of an ongoing war and one of the main arteries of the U.S. cocaine trade. That's why the FBI offers up to $5 million for information that truly stops his operation, not just his location. Number 7, Omar Alexander Cardenas, 4 bullets over a barbershop line. Reward, up to $250,000. A small-time gang member whose crime shocked Los Angeles. In August 2019, a camera recorded him calmly walking up to a man outside a barbershop and shooting him 4 times in the head, all because of an argument over who was next in line. Cardenas fled, likely to Mexico. In 2021, the FBI added him to the top 10 list. The problem? The Bureau knows almost nothing about him. No real name data, just his appearance and tattoos. And he represents random, open violence, the kind that destroys communities and spreads fear. The FBI hopes someone will recognize him and turn him in. Because even in a world of gang loyalty, money talks louder than fear. Number 6, Fausto Isidro Meza Flores, the new blood of Mexico's cartels. Reward, up to $5 million. Added in February 2025, Meza Flores leads Los Mazatlecos, a faction of the Beltran Leyva cartel, one of Mexico's most violent organizations. His network runs like a business empire, managing production, transport, and sales of meth, cocaine and heroin, much of it ending up in the United States. The FBI links him to thousands of deaths and attacks on journalists. For years, he's financed wars between rival cartels and Mexican forces, maintaining power through terror and corruption. Each year, the U.S. spends over $1 billion to help Mexico fight drug trafficking. Yet the cartels earn dozens of times more, often from American buyers. The war never ends. In some regions, cartel authority outweighs the armies. Fausto's arrest would strike at one of the biggest suppliers feeding America's drug crisis. That's why the Bureau offers $5 million for help in catching him. A man who built his empire on both blood and demand. Number 5. Arnoldo Jimenez, the groom who turned into a killer. Status: captured. His story is pure tragedy. On May 11, 2012, Arnoldo Jimenez married Estrella Carrera, and that same night he stabbed her to death in their car. He carried her body into her apartment's bathtub, called her parents, and said, "Your daughter is dead." Then he fled to Mexico. For 12 years he hid while the FBI hunted him. Finally, in January 2025, Mexican authorities arrested him in Monterrey, ending one of the longest manhunts in recent years. No details were released, but most such captures happened through informants and cooperation with U.S. agents. Jimenez's case reminds everyone, no matter how much time passes, you can't outrun the trail of your own crime. Number 4. Jason Derek Brown. An armored car, $54,000 and 20 years on the run. Status: removed from the list. For nearly 20 years, Jason Brown was one of the FBI's most wanted men, all for a crime that barely made sense. In November 2004, outside a Phoenix movie theater, he shot and killed an armored car guard, escaping with just $54,000 in cash. It was less than what the FBI later offered for his capture. Brown wasn't a cartel member or hardened criminal. He was a flashy drifter who loved expensive toys, fake identities, and easy money. He forged documents, traveled across states, and lived under false names. For 2 decades, he vanished without a trace. Finally, the FBI removed him from the list, not because he was caught, but because searching for him no longer made sense. Either dead or simply irrelevant, Jason Brown became a symbol of how one reckless act can destroy a lifetime, and how time sometimes replaces justice itself. Number 3. Eugene Palmer. The crime of an old man. Status: removed from the list. Eugene Palmer, a man from New York, became one of America's oldest fugitives. The motive behind his crime was painfully simple: family conflict. His son John lived with his wife Tammy and their 2 kids in Eugene's house. When Tammy filed to claim the home, Eugene snapped. On September 24, 2012, he took a rifle and shot her dead, then disappeared into a vast forest stretching over 200 square kilometers. Despite years of searching, no one ever found him. If alive, he'd be 85 years old now. The FBI believes he likely died in the woods, unable to survive alone. Recently, his name was finally removed from the top 10 list. Sometimes it isn't the law that ends the story, it's time and nature. Number 2. Jose Rodolfo Villarreal Hernandez, cartel vengeance. Status: arrested, known as El Güero, the blonde one. He led part of the Beltran Leyva cartel and ordered one of the boldest assassinations ever committed on U.S. soil. In 2013, a rival cartel killed his father. Hernandez blamed Guerrero Chapa, a former trafficker turned FBI informant living safely in Texas. To him, it was humiliation. His father's killer protected by U.S. law. In May 2013, Hernandez sent a hit team that executed Chapa in Texas, sparking outrage in both countries. It proved how deeply cartels had infiltrated U.S. territory. He was added to the FBI's top 10 and finally captured in January 2023 in Atizapán de Zaragoza, Mexico. The arrest of El Güero became a reminder. Even powerful bosses eventually run out of protection. One day you pay the police, the next they're the ones arresting you. Number 1. Rafael Caro Quintero, the legend of Guadalajara. Reward: $20 million. FBI record. Founder of the Guadalajara cartel, Caro Quintero turned drug trafficking into a business empire, but his infamy came after the murder of DEA agent Enrique "Kiki" Camarena. Captured in Costa Rica, he served 28 of 40 years before being released in 2013, sparking outrage in the U.S. The FBI called it proof of Mexican corruption and offered a record reward. He rebuilt power through the Caborca cartel, but in 2022 he was found hiding in the bushes, thanks to a police dog. Rumor says he was betrayed by one of his own for the reward money. The legend ended where it began, in handcuffs. From kidnappers and crypto scammers to narco kings, these people once seemed untouchable. Their stories prove that modern crime is no longer just violence. It's intelligence, networks, and manipulation. Who shocked you more? Innocent ruling through chaos or Ignatova selling a fake digital empire? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe. More stories are coming about the people the whole world is still searching for.